it's time to put away the sewing machine and the iron. And we're not even going to answer the telephone. We're going to forget about it. And we're going to take our shoes off and we're going to relax. And we're going to sit on the couch or the chair one. And we're going to get ready and drink us some tea and have us a piece of cake because it is time for poor man sewing. Alright, I'm going to pick up on the story where we left off last time. Flooded with relief, I sat shaking at the sewing machine until suddenly it occurred to me that he had gone to see the children. I leaped out after him, through the bedroom and out into the hall. There I stopped. I couldn't go another step. I danced from foot to foot. He was in their bedroom, and I knew it, but I could not go in. Why not? I turned back to my own bedroom. I was riding my husband and pacing the floor. I didn't know what to do. I have a blank in my memory at this point. I don't know how long he remained with them. Minutes, seconds. Suddenly, he materialized on the window seat of this beautiful bedroom. I say materialize as if I spoke about ghosts all the time. One moment he was in the baby's room, and the next I was aware of him sitting on the window seat watching me. Still troubled, I could feel his questioning. At this point, I decided to take control. I spoke to him out loud. Now listen, I don't know who you are, I said, but we have just moved to this apartment, and I want you to know that it is mine. I love it. I intend to stay here for a long time, and you are welcome to live here with us. But if you do, I expect you to do no damage either to it or to us. This is a beautiful place. I will not tolerate its being hurt. Moreover, if you decide to stay here with us, then you are to help me with the children. You are to guard and protect them and see no harm becomes to them. And if you do this, you are welcome to stay. He did not speak. When I finished, he stood up, moved past me across the bedroom, out the door, and to the little downstairs hall. He went down the stairs, floating through the kitchen and out the closed back door. I was shaken. Why had he not simply vanished? Why had he walked down the stairs and out the closed locked door? And then, who was he? And what did his visit mean? As fascinating as the apparent, however, was the fact that as soon as he disappeared, so did my anxiety. I returned to my sewing room, calm, quiet myself, and concentrated back to normal. I think this upset me as much as anything. Here I was running seams on my little girl's dress to the comfortable purring of the machine as if I hadn't just seen a ghost. And what did it mean that he'd left? Apparently, he had seen the satisfied with my decam, or else decided living with me would be too much work. The phone rang. It was my landlord, Miss Roosevelt, whatever, an elderly woman, the former Miss Glass. I answered with surprise because it was now after 10:30 at night, much too late to call, and she was as the generation that knew this necessities. I'm sorry to phone so late, she began. "I couldn't stop thinking about you in the apartment and about my first husband." Then she told me about her husband, Miss Klaus, who had kept his offices on the street level of the brownstone and built the 2 apartments above. He had adored this house. The man who planted at the Yale Club had put in the magnificent panels in the bedroom. Mr. Glass had died in that room, but his favorite little room, she said, was the tiny dressing room off the main bedroom, the one that I had taken over. It was his personal dressing room and study. She went on and on, apologizing, not knowing why she wanted me to know all this. I didn't tell her that I had just met her husband, but I had no doubt that Miss Glass, having came to the house to meet us, had made her call to tell me who he was. The next day David returned home. I told him what had happened. He is the most sensible of men. He said if anyone else had told me that, I wouldn't believe them. But if you say you saw a ghost, you did. This thought he believed in no ghost or paranormal phenomenon, spirits, or other demons beyond. It was part of what I loved him for, his trust. We never saw the ghost again, but it pleased me to think he was there, protecting the children. I wondered what had happened to the other tenants, the ones before us. I know that 3 or 4 families had moved in and just as quickly out. None had stayed longer than 8 months. Had he removed them, found them jobs or other states, or broken their marriage to make them move away? However, he was good to us, for we stayed 7 happy years in that apartment, and it was one of my private jokes with myself that he might have had hands in that. After all, we had never lived so long before in just one place. I liked it. I was mad. Actually, the thought never crossed my mind. The man had appeared to me as plain as the palm of my hand. The fact that he had come and gone away so that his presence could not be proven, was of no more significance than the fact that a sunset or a particular evening appear in brilliant rays, while on another it's obscured by clouds. I had seen a spirit. The fact intrigued me, but I was busy raising my children and working, and I didn't have time or maybe intent to give much thought to the impressions, the fact of death, and the monstrosities of matter. After all, I had managed successfully to deny the angel a year or 2 before now, much easier the ghost of a stranger in the house. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. And I'm going to start right here where my seam is, so if I have to take any up, then I can. Now I want to go backwards. I'd rather do it that way. I was going to put a rope around it, but I can't find my rope. So I don't have it. I hope this works out good. all the way around it is. I am surprised. Now I want to go backwards. Alright, now we're going to put on the other side. Come on now. I didn't want to turn loose there. Alright, where is there it is? And we're going to grab hold of this one. And we're going to start with this one. Around. Yeah. Alright, back stitch. Yes. Now, let's set you over here. Let's turn it around. Now, since I wasn't able to put a rope around it, I think what I'm going to do is play with it and put its own rope around it. I think it'll work. Let's give it a try. And see what happens. Snaps on this so we can snap it and finish it up, and that way I can get to my scraps if I want. So I think we're going to put about 3 of them in there. Now I'm going to sew that up. Alright, where's the other lid at? Right here. I'm going to sew that down, and then that way you can't see them spots there. So, but first, before I do all that, we're going to finish stuffing it and seeing how well it works.
Right.
I think the dogs wants out, but I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, a footstool. It's not what you think. It's right here. You see how long it is? I should have done the other side. And I think I will take it apart and I will do the other side, and I'm going to sew the other thing down where I got the things. Let's see, where are they at? I think I'm going to sew them on a sewing machine. It'll be a whole lot more easier. Right here. I think I'm going to sew them down on the sewing machine. It's going to be easier. But I can get to my scraps. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the other side, do it that way. And that gives me a footstool. I can sit here and watch Rick play the game. I know you're crazy. Rick is planning on cutting his beard and his hair off tomorrow. And I want to try to fix it so I can keep his beard. He looks like a Sasquatch over there. You Sasquatch man, you. Alright, however, I did get to sew both of these sides down. And I also sewed this. I had to sew it by hand because the sewing machine wouldn't sew it because I put these too close to the edge. So I sewed them by hand. And they hold 2 boxes of scraps. And I can get to them if I want to. But I'd rather put my feet up and put my iPad right there and watch YouTube and drink coffee. Alright, we'll see you all later. Alright, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right in here you got wrinkles. This dog is smiling, and he's asleep. He is smiling. If I touch him, they'll go down.
Yeah, but that is...
Let's see. I scared him. I'm sorry. I'm
but
sorry.
He's still smiling.
Yeah, he still smiles. He knows he's loved, don't
yeah,
you?
He does.
Yeah, but now he's not smiling.
No, that's
No.
not a smile.
Alrighty. If you would like to donate to Poor Man's Sewing, this is the way you do it. You go to Poor Man's Sewing, and you mash on it, and then you go all the way up to About, and you mash on it, and right there is Donate to Poor Man's Sewing. I would appreciate it, and thank you very much in advance.